Chalo everyone, I go to menti.com. Logical evening, Kratika. A very logical one. Now, please go to menti.com. Type your name there and please enter the code that is visible on the screen right now. That is 56564287. Good evening, Shreya. And once you are ready, please give me a thumbs up so that we can start off with the session. As I've told you, we had roaring success with the VPL series, and seeing that it definitely made a difference to all of you, we decided to go ahead with the bootcamp Menti quiz series. अब आपको every day will be having sessions, different topics of course, and we'll keep practicing. We'll make sure that you keep practicing. Today we have English, so it will be alternate days, English and then critical reasoning. So today we'll be starting with English, and of course, as usual, what I do is I tend to begin things easy and then raise the level of the questions. Okay? So today's session, I'm sure you're going to enjoy a lot. If you have any doubts, please type in your doubts so that we can discuss those. Now, you have a brief idea about how to use Menti. आप Menti पे जाइए, अपना नाम टाइप करिए, जो आपको Menti कोड दिया गया वो टाइप इन करिए, and you'll come to that particular thing. No problem, Kratika. Please join Menti quiz. No problem. Anaya will be solving all kinds of questions. आज English का session कर रहे हैं. Once you have solved a question, you will not be able to go back to the passage, everyone. So for explanations, I'll be the one talking and explaining things to you. So आप जो भी passage पढ़ रहे हैं ध्यान से पढ़िएगा. I'll be giving you sufficient time to read passage, but to solve questions you'll have only 30 seconds. And where I have bigger options, I'll be giving you a little more time to read them, but to answer those questions you'll have 10 seconds. I hope I am all clear, everyone. And if you're ready to start, please give me a thumbs up so that we shall begin now. Chalo, I'm going to the passage first. Very good. Now we are going to the passage. Do you have any doubts anywhere, anyone? अगर आपको ये मेंटी क्विज कैसे ऑपरेट करना अगर डाउट होंगे तो प्लीज पूछ लीजिए. All clear? चलो, that is your passage 1. You have, I'll give you extra time today. धीरे धीरे वो time कम कर दूंगी मैं. You have around 4 minutes to read this passage. And I want you to make a mental map, or if you can use a pen and pencil, क्या idea कहाँ पे है आप लिख लीजिए, because I won't be able to take you back to the passage once we have come to the questions. I cannot go back to the passage. So make a mental map or write the map on your notebook कि कहाँ क्या बात हुई है. Will not be able to go back to refer to the passage again. Very good, Sakshi. Very good. You finished doing it within 4 minutes. Good. Very good, Kratika. Vishnu Priya. Prachiti, good. Shreya, good. Vanshika, good. Harpreet, very good. Chalo, the time is up. 4 minutes are up. Now we are going to go to the questions. You will have exactly 30 seconds to solve that particular question. You will have a timer running. So आपको वो 30 seconds के अंदर answer करना है. Please try and maintain accuracy. For questions, I have kept a very simple, or rather the level I have kept is easy, because this will be our first exposure to the Menti app. तो हम थोड़ा सा easy करने वाले हैं. And just for your knowledge, this particular passage has been picked up. ये literature based passage है. It is from the book The Great Gatsby, and it was written by Scott Fitzgerald. ठीक है? So going to the questions now. Okay, close performance as far as this particular question goes. Almost 50%, more than 50% got it incorrect. ठीक है? Now, if I look at this particular word monopolizing, monopolizing has been used in the last sentence of the first paragraph. जहाँ पे I am quoting that she dressed in white and had a little white roadster, and all day long the telephone rang in her house, and excited young officers from Camp Taylor demanded the privilege of monopolizing her that night, anyways for an hour. If I look at this, ये basically the men are calling up to spend time with her, so it would be incorrect to say that they wanted to have control over the person and dominate her. तो ये ऑप्शन तो होगा नहीं. और अगर पैसेज को भी आगे पढ़ा है तो वी लुकिंग एट यंग मेन वर ईगर टू स्पेंड टाइम विथ हर, टू सोशलाइज विथ हर, राइट? सो गिवन दैट ए वाला ऑप्शन नहीं होगा. सी कहता है हैविंग फुल कमांड ऑफ द पर्सन. व्हाट काइंड ऑफ कमांड? आर यू गोइंग टू हिप्नोटाइज? यू गोइंग टू मेक दैट पर्सन डू वॉट एवर यू वॉन्ट हिम और हर टू डू? ये भी नहीं कॉन्टेक्स्ट आ रहा है. हैविंग फुल अटेंशन ऑफ द स्पीकर, ये एक कॉन्टेक्स्ट में मीनिंग हो सकता है, बट द क्वेश्चन इज आस्किंग अस इन द कॉन्टेक्स्ट एज यूज्ड इन द पैसेज. So these men want to socialize with her, spend time with her. And if we read ahead and we see that a lot of people admired her and were, they loved her or were falling in love with her. Hence, according to the passage, the answer will be B, having a person all to oneself romantically. Going to the next one now. I hope the explanation is clear. If you have doubts, please type out your doubts. Going to the second question. Again, 30 seconds for you. Sakshi, I hope you are satisfied with the explanation. Very good. I'm proud of all of you. Majority of you got this particular answer correct. Absolutely correct. Now if I look at it, it's the answer is given in the last paragraph, first page, first line, which says, I was flattered that she wanted to speak to me because of all the older girls I admired her the most. So basically this particular Jordan, the chap, used to look up to her, उसको admire करते थे. कहीं से भी हम ये infer नहीं कर सकते थे कि he didn't like Daisy spending time with other men, or he thought that Daisy was rich and popular, right? He admired Daisy. Hence answer is going to be C, and majority of you got it correct. Any doubts, anyone? Chalo, let's go to the next one. Very good. Again, majority of you got it correct. Answer is B, that Gatsby liked Daisy a lot and was romantic towards her. Now, we are talking about what incident about Gatsby did Jordan remember, right? It is not about what Jordan thought about Gatsby, but what incident did he remember? So, if I look at the last paragraph, that it seemed it's written quite clearly. The officer looked at Daisy while she was speaking in a way that every young girl wants to be looked at sometime, and because it seemed romantic to me, I have remembered the incident ever since. So यहाँ clearly लिखा है कि वो उतना romantically उसके डेजी की तरफ देख रहा था, उसके कारण जॉर्डन को वो गैट्सबी याद है. Fine, clear everyone? Chalo. Question 4 we are looking at now. Very good. Almost all of you have got it correct. She volunteered at the Red Cross. ये कहाँ से पता चल रहा है? जब डेजी ने जॉर्डन को बुलाया, उसको क्वेश्चन पूछा. She asked me if I was going to the Red Cross and make bandages. I was. Well then, would I tell them that she couldn't come that day? That means she either worked or volunteered at, or Red Cross में generally volunteer करते हैं. So she volunteered that at Red Cross. कहीं से भी इन्फर नहीं कर सकते कि शी वॉज अ वायरलेस ऑपरेटर, शी डिडंट वर्क भी नहीं इन्फर कर सकते, और आर्मी में भी, आर्मी का भी कहीं नहीं है, बट रेड क्रॉस का डेफिनेटली मेंशन है. हेंस आंसर इज गोइंग टू बी डी. गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. Majority of you have incorrect. Now, that was a close choice between admiring and reminiscent. Yeah, I agree करती हूँ. Inspirational किसी ने भी mark नहीं किया. Very good. And around 2% have marked envious. तो कहीं भी envy, jealousy वाला part नहीं है. तो ये दो options तो straight off remove हो जाते हैं. बाकी बचता है admiring और एक बचता है reminiscent. And they are very close options. Now, if I look at how I would go about choosing my answer out here is simple. If I look at the passage, it talks about the largest of the banners and the largest of the lawns belonged to Daisy Faye. She was just 18 and by far the most popular of all girls. She dressed in white. क्या करती थी वो बता दिया, right? यहाँ तक तो basically if I look at it, there is no element of admiration as such so far. Then they, when I came opposite her that morning, they were so engrossed in each other that she didn't see me until I was 5 feet away. यहाँ पे भी कहीं भी एक element of admiration नहीं है. Next, hello Jordan, please come here. Now he was flattered that she wanted to speak to him. Right? यहाँ पे एक admiration वाला part है because he is straightforward saying that of all the older girls, I admired her the most. Then फिर वो बोलता है, she asked me if I was going to the Red Cross. I was. Well, then would I tell them that she couldn't come? The officer looked at Daisy while she was speaking in a way that every young girl wants to be looked at. Because it seemed so romantic to me, I have remembered the incident ever since. His name was Jay Gatsby. And I didn't lay eyes on him again for over 4 years. Even after I had met him on Long Island, I didn't realize it was the same man. So overall, if I look at it, admiration part तो सिर्फ आपके towards the end of the passage आया हुआ. Otherwise, अगर आप पूरा शुरुआत से लेके end तक देखते हैं, he is simply basically, reminiscing a particular. Reminisce का मतलब होता है याद करना. तो ये कुछ जो उसके पास्ट का वाक्या है उसको याद कर रहा है. So even though admiring was a close option, the correct answer is reminiscent. If it is clear, please give me a thumbs up, everyone. Thank you, Kritika, for the prompt reply. Anurag, Vanshika, Manas. Reminiscent मतलब स्मरण करना. That means to remember something. जब past को remember करते हो आप. चलो, let's look at your performance for this particular passage. The fastest one to answer was Vanshika Sharma, and she scored the highest in this particular passage. The second comes Riddhi, very good. Who's Hustler? I don't know the name. Prachiti, and so on. Now, are there two Vanshikas? One is Vanshika J. Sharma, and there's simply Vanshika Sharma. Are there two Vanshikas here? और आर दे बोथ द सेम? दोनों सेम है क्या? वंशिका जे शर्मा एंड वंशिका शर्मा. दो फोन पे आंसर कर रहे हो. What Vanshika? There are two Vanshikas, or you are, answering on two different phones? Okay, there's two of you, and wow, name also same and surname also same. Oh, that's interesting. Chalo, shall we go to the next passage now, everybody? If you're ready for the next passage, please give me a thumbs up. Chalo, let's go into the next passage now. Passage 2, you again have 4 minutes to read it. Please start. I'll give you a little more time for this. I'm giving you 5 minutes. Please start. And I'm putting a timer so that I can keep a strict check on the time. Very good, Atharv. Very good. Kratika, Vagisha. एक मेंटल मैपिंग कर लेना, या अपने सामने पेपर पेंसिल लेके बैठा करो, एक मैपिंग बना लिया करो, जिससे कि you are able to answer better, because we don't have the option of going back to the passage. The good sign is most of you have finished solving it by say within 4 minutes. That's a very good sign. इसको अपन स्पीड को और इम्प्रूव कर सकते हैं, बट देन विल लुक एट आवर स्कोर्स एंड देन सी वेदर द स्पीड इज गुड और नॉट. 30 more seconds. Okay, time up. Now, just for your knowledge, this particular passage is an excerpt from the Palace of Illusions. It is a book that is written on Draupadi and it has been written by Chitra Banerjee Devakaruni. Okay, so obvious है कि कृष्णा की बात हुई और आगे afflicted with skin so dark की बात हुई हुई है. ठीक है, let's go to the questions now. Okay, question number 6. Which among the following is the closest to the meaning of the word secreted in the context of the passage? ये कहाँ आया word secreted वाला? It has come in the last paragraph, last line, which says that asking each other who I was and where I had been secreted all these years. Very good. Majority of you got the correct one. Answer is hidden. यहाँ पे अगर देखोगे so basically बोला है that whispered among themselves asking each other who I was. Right? तो ये confined वाली तो बात होगी नहीं. Confined का मतलब है लिमिट कर देना, कहीं बंधक बना के रखा हुआ है. That is not clear. That cannot be the case because she is a princess. देन कॉन्सिक्रेट का मतलब होता है टू ब्लेस समथिंग, किसी चीज को होली पवित्र डिक्लेयर करते, दैट इज कॉन्सिक्रेट. वो वाला कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं होगा. डाइवल्ज इज टू लेट आउट द सीक्रेट, बताना, राइट? तो वो भी नहीं है. हिडन जरूर रहेगा. आंसर इज सी. एंड आई एम काइंड ऑफ सरप्राइज दैट मेनी ऑफ यू गॉट इनकरेक्ट एज वेल, बट नेवर माइंड. अगली बार थोड़ा सा पैसेज को और केयरफुली पढ़ लेना. कॉन्टेक्स्ट याद रखो. वर्ड का लिटरल मीनिंग नहीं पूछा जाता है, वो पैसेज में यूज हुआ है और पैसेज में उसका क्या मीनिंग निकल के आ रहा है यूसेज के हिसाब से, दैट इज उसके हिसाब से आपका आंसर होगा. चलो, गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 7. Only 11% of you have got it correct. Answer is B. She is observant. Number 1, she is obedient. कहाँ से आएगा? If I look at third paragraph की first line which says this year I allowed a delighted Dhaima to dress me in a siva. Allowed मतलब इस साल मैंने allow किया. इसका मतलब है पहले के सालों में तो नहीं किया है, तभी आज इस बार अलाउ किया है, तो दाहिमा इज डिलाइटेड. So that means she is not the obedient kind, right? She is smart. I don't know whether she is smart or not. वैसे आज smart वाला option किसी ने लिया नहीं है. अगर basically she is smart आपका option नहीं हो सकता है, obedient option नहीं हो सकता, that means D वाला all of the above नहीं रहेगा. Now how do I know she is definitely observant? Now this is something that we are looking at from the passage, the excerpt that we have got, right? आखिरी का पैराग्राफ पढ़ोगे तो क्लियर लिखा है, I examined Queen Sulochana, the youngest and prettiest of my father's wives, as she walked ahead of me, carrying a platter filled with garlands for the god. I observed the confident sway of her hips, the elegant grace with which she inclined her head in response to a greeting. I too am beautiful, I told myself, holding Krishna's words in my mind. I tried the same gestures and found them surprisingly easy. When noble women came up and complimented on my looks, I thanked them as though I was used to such praise. So, ये बता रहा है कि she is learning to be, to be royal, regal by observing his father's wife. That is Queen Sulochana. Hence, answer is going to be B. I hope there are no doubts in this question. Moving on to the next one. Now, I want you to read this particular question and the options carefully. इसमें से आपका जो choice है वो pick कर लेना. I'm giving you some extra time here, but जब हम options वाले page पे जाएंगे, you'll have only 10 seconds to answer that question. Please start. Done reading? Going on to options now. You have only 10 seconds now. Very good. Majority of you have again got it correct. Answer is A. She was unsure of herself and desperately wanted to have the confidence of a royal, but was feeling lost. Right? She started off by saying, अगर अपन passage की ही देखते हैं, शुरुआत कहते हैं, a princess afflicted with skin so dark that people termed it blue was capable of changing history. So she starts off by saying to Krishna, ki, she is so dark. Do you think that she is capable of changing history? Right? And then Krishna says, वो enigmatic was बोलता, problem becomes a problem only if you think you have one वाला part है. Then it comes to the last paragraph, जो observe कर रही है, and she is learning how to behave like a princess. So she basically was not confident. And she needed that particular regal appearance. She was lost at that time. That is the reason confused, distressed. And that was the time when she decided to observe Queen Sulochana, and that is how she learned her manners. And towards the end, she felt beautiful, right? Overnight, might I, who had been shunned for my strangeness, become a celebrated beauty? So B रहेगा आपका. She wanted to change the history. She wasn't sure how. ये वाला context में नहीं है. Confused, distress वाला. She is not trying to execute Krishna's advice. Krishna ने तो सिर्फ एक cryptic message दिया है, बाकी तो उन्हीं को करना था. And D says she desperately wanted to get out of trouble. She was nowhere in trouble. Hence answer is going to be A. I hope it is clear, everyone. Going on to the next question now. Again, read your answer, read the options carefully. दिमाग में आप A B C D वाला कोई fix कर लेना. Option वाला आएगा तब click करना. Okay. Going to the options now. Oh wow, I'm so happy. Except for 2 or 3 people, everybody has got it correct. Answer is D. Our most cherished beliefs about ourselves often end up coming true. Because Krishna ने क्या बोला था? A problem becomes a problem only if you believe it to be. प्रॉब्लम तभी है जब आप मानते हो कि वो प्रॉब्लम है, राइट? और दूसरे लोग आपको जैसे देखोगे जैसे आप खुद को देखते हो. So if you think you are beautiful, others will see you as beautiful. Hence answer is going to be D. Going on to the last question of today's bootcamp English session. Very good. Again, majority of you got it correct. It is a simile. Simple याद रखना, like जहां भी आएगा वो simile बन जाएगा. ठीक है? So if I say that as wise as an owl or as wise like an owl, तो जहां ये comparison like लगा के हुआ या as लगा के हुआ वो simile हो गया. अगर बोलेंगे he is the owl of our study group, that will make it into a metaphor. ठीक है? So not bad. I'm pretty happy. Now let's see overall अपना क्या score बनता है. Very good, Riddhi. Congratulations. You are leading this particular session with 6,771 points. I'm very proud of you. Keep up this particular performance. Next comes AS. I don't know who that is. Vanshika J. Sharma and then Shreya. Very well done. Now, I want your quick feedback in terms of the level of the handout that we have covered and can I reduce the time? So, आपका आंसर रहेगा handout का easy, moderate या difficult वाला part, ठीक है? And दूसरा वाला रहेगा less time और more time. ये आप टाइप करके भेज दीजिए मुझे. कोई बात नहीं कृतिका, प्रैक्टिस से इम्प्रूवमेंट हो जाएगा. अब आपको ये कोशिश करनी है कि गलती कहाँ हो रही है उसकी एनालिसिस करनी है. And how was your experience at MENTI? It was easy and less time. Moderate था, less time चाहिए. Yes, reduce time. I do agree. Very good. Very good. Kratika, if it was easy, then how come you landed at the 11th place? Okay, the time for reading and solving reduce हो जाएगा. Very good. I hope these sessions are proving useful to you. Always give your feedback. You can give your feedback in the Telegram group. That will be highly appreciated. And if you have any doubts, get in touch with me. I wish you all a very good evening. Thank you.